during the day, and hopefully we can tweet some more. So if you miss any of it, check it out. All right, looks like the guys are getting ready for game number one. Here we go. It looks like Admirable is going with his Shaman deck, and Kungen going with his Handlock. That Mountain Giant early on.
That Mountain Giant.
That
Yeah,
Mountain
and
Giant.
Admiral's got a favorable matchup here, but we haven't really seen the favorites actually win as frequently as you might expect. So
Yeah.
uh, yeah, it's definitely going to keep that Earth Shock to clear away a Twilight Drake if Kungen finds one early. And
All right,
yeah,
let's see if we can get a straw poll out here for this too. See who's actually favored with the community.
yeah, that actually Admiral had a very good mulligan. He
Yeah.
found a 1-drop. He's got a Flame Tongue Totem to pump it up. He'll probably just totem next turn and get the extra damage in the turn after.
Yeah, fortunately
And
for Kungen, he doesn't have a Twilight Drake, which could have been really, really bad for him, given Admirable is sitting on that. Okay, Yeti's pretty good draw for next turn.
yeah, it's another monster to play down on turn 4. Although I might have actually expected to see Admirable, throw it on the Flame Tongue even, and then throw it on the Yeti on 3. Might not have been
Oh,
too bad,
okay.
but we'll see what he chooses here. As it turns out, the Yeti here was pretty similar to the other
Okay.
way around. So
All right, so he's going to go with the Yeti here. Pressure the Warlock just a tiny bit here. Okay, Ancient Watcher is a decent draw. He's got the option of the Mountain Giant now, which pretty much what he was working for, tapping all those turns. So it'll be interesting to see if he just goes ahead and throws that down, hoping that the Admiral doesn't have a Hex, and that's what he's going to do here.
yeah, Admirable's got the perfect response basically, which
Yeah, he
is
does.
just throw down the Hex, even kill the frog with a 1-power guy, and then smash face for 4 damage. So it's gonna be pretty bad news for Kungen, but you kind of figure that the first Giant's gonna die pretty quickly in this matchup anyways. So
Yeah, I think so. He's got both of the Soulfires already. He does have the Ancient Watcher and the ability to. He can do a lot of things to it. He can taunt it. He can silence it. He can Shadow Flame it. So it got some range of moves with that Ancient Watcher.
yeah, that's
But he's
true.
good. I think he's gonna opt to tap though here. Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of in an awkward position. He doesn't have a great way to deal with that Yeti. And, the Argent Squire isn't going to bother him that much, but it is just another thing on the board for whenever Admirable draws or plays his buffers, so.
All right. So 5 mana for Admirable here. He's got nice 6 mana cards there, but this turn might be just a hero power and possibly a Flame Tongue. I don't think he's going to use a Hex on the Ancient Watcher. That would be kind of a waste, given that there's more Giants that are coming up in this Handlock deck. But what do you think is the best move here, Kiyuki?
It's kind of interesting, because you're not going to Hex the Ancient Watcher, at least not until it's activated. You don't really just want to Flame Tongue and get in for, 9 damage, because that gives Kungen free Molten Giants. So I mean, I guess you could just Flame Tongue Totem and smash for like 6, maybe 7. Like get in for 1 with the Argent now, and then Flame Tongue and get in with the Yeti.
Yeah.
Then throw down a Totem. You do have a Hex, an Earth Shock, and
okay, so he is going to go with the
Rockfire.
Hex, and I think he is going for it.
That's
So,
kind of surprising to me.
he's setting up potentially lethal next turn. He's got the Rockfire and he's got a Fire Elemental, so various ways to get 3 damage onto that Warlock.
Yeah, and he's also
Kungen's
got that.
feeling it.
He's also got that Argent Commander, which is going to be, if that Flame Tongue survives, that's going to be 6 damage, not 4. So
Yeah,
Kungen's
that's true.
kind of in a rough spot.
Admirable's sitting on the Earth Shock too, so even if he throws a baton here, that's not going to be enough.
Yeah.
For certain, you gotta think that the Soulfire is going to be on the, or at least thrown on the Flame Tongue Totem there, removing some of the damage that's on the board.
Yeah, I would expect to see something like Molten Giant, Defender of Argus, Soulfire, the 0/3.
Yeah.
But there's not a whole lot that Kungen can do and still survive here. Like I guess he could just choose to Siphon the Yeti, which wouldn't be too bad. it kind of just puts him back in the same position he was in before.
He's gonna
Hellfire.
Hellfire.
Oh man.
I mean, he wants a free mountain giant. Okay, so he's
Giant and Soulfire, I guess, but
Molten Giant and
oh man, I don't know about that one.
wow, he's down to 9, which puts him crazy close to dying here. And Admirable actually has a draw to potentially get him a win here. Yeah, Rockbiter draw, a Lightning Bolt.
A Lightning
draw?
Bolt. If
No,
you'd have to roll a Spell Power Totem if you drew a Lightning
yeah,
Bolt.
true. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so he knows that Kungen doesn't have a second Molten Giant, because otherwise he would have probably played it last turn.
All right, so he's down to 4 health here. Looks like he's going to lead with the Owl, just to get, I guess, another minion out there just to taunt. And going to remove the Divine Shield on the Argent Commander and...
Taunt up and Soulfire, probably.
Yep, taunt up, attack face, Soulfire the 4-2, and then seeing if he can turn things around there. Loses the Mountain Giant, which is kind of a bummer, but it wouldn't have been the cheapest thing next turn anyways, given that he only has 3 cards, and probably wouldn't be able to do anything else with it.
Yeah, and Admirable's actually played this game pretty loose and pretty fast.
Yes. Which is interesting, given that our interview with him yesterday, he was talking about being super patient playing with this shaman.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. Like, I think the play here is to Fire Ellie the bird, Earthshock the Molten,
and then
1.
And then just hope you can get a fire elemental, just a 3 damage on him, right?
Yeah, I mean, you've seen both Soulfires and a Hellfire, so the only thing that he can kill you with is... Actually, I don't even... Can kill? Oh, I don't know about this.
Wow, okay, so
that's still only 11 damage, so...
Okay, so he leaves... Okay, so he's 7 from lethal here, Kungen is. And...
He's only got 6.
Wow, this was a huge risk by Admirable, but it might just pay off for him. Just really just going all in here. And I think Kungen's going to have to tap here.
No, he can't. He's at 1.
Oh, he is at 1. Sorry. Of course, he can't tap, so this is going to be over.
Yeah, I mean...
This is actually game over. Yeah.
Hit for 17 only. And, man.
So power move by Admirable there. Just taking... Really just going all in a couple turns ago, and Kungen's just going to come 1 hit point short.
I don't think I've ever seen both players at 1 at the same time.
What a first game, man. Okay, that was an exciting first game. Admirable just kind of changes it up, really goes all in there against the handlock, and takes it by the skin of his teeth.